Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about another part of second chapter, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. Today we will discuss about the structure of stamen and microsporangia. Now structure of stamen. The stamen, it is a singular form, plurally it is known as stamina or stamens. The stamen is the pollen producing reproductive organ of flower. That's mean in stamen their pollen are produced. Stamen has typically two parts, a long cylinder stalk-like structure called as filament and the terminal generally bilobed structure called as anther. That's mean this stalk-like structure are filament and this bilobed structure is anther. A typical angiosperm anther is bilobed, with each lobe having two theca, that is their diathecas. The anther is four-sided. Four-sided means tetragonal structure consisting of 4 microsporangia located at the corner, 2 in each lobe. The microsporangia further developed and become pollen sac. This is cutting section of anther, and this a pollen sac. This is pollen grains, and these are the line of diacems. Now the structure of microsporangium. Microsporangiums are the pollen sacs giving rise to male gametes in the angiosperm. Microsporangium is the sporangial structures. Sporangial structures mean the cells or the structure from where the spores are produced. So microsporangium is the sporangial structure which contains microspores, which are the pollen sacs giving rise to the male gametes in the angiosperm. That's when microsporangium contain microspores. Microspores are the pollen sacs and which gives a male gametes give rise to male gametes. A microsporangium is circular in outline, in transverse section, and is usually surrounded by 4-wall layer. That's mean the microsporangium are tetragonal. 4 layers are epidermis, endothecum, and the middle layer and the innermost, that is called as tapetum. The outermost layer is the single layer of epidermis. That means the epidermis is only one layer, single layer, and it is the outermost part of the microsporangium. And the second layer is endothecum, where cell develops thickening. That means the second layer is endothecum. The middle layer is made up of 2 to 4 cells. And the innermost layer is tapetum, which provides nutrition to the developing pollen cells. That means tapetum provides nutrition for the developing pollen cells. The cells tapetum may be multinucleated. That means in the cells of tapetum there can be present more than one nucleus. The outer 3 layers are protective in nature and also help in dispersal of pollen by dehiscing themselves. That means outer 3 layers, that is epidermis, endothecum, and middle layer, they are protective in nature. That means they protect and help to dispersal pollens. When the anther is young, a group of compactly arranged homogeneous cells called the sporogenous tissue occupies the center of the east microsporangium. That means when the anther is young, the center part of the microsporangium, they are present sporogenous tissue. A cells of the sporogenous tissue is capable of giving rise to microspore tetrad. That means from sporogenous tissue, from there microspores tetrad are produced. Each one is potential pollen or microspore mother cells. The process of formation of microspores from a pollen mother cell that is short form of pollen mother cell is PMC, through meiosis is called microgenesis. That means through the process in which microspore produced from the microspore mother cells is known as microsporogenesis. The microspore, as they are formed and arranged in a cluster of 4 cells, they formed microspore tetrad. As microspore, they are present 4 layers of cells. That's why they are known as microspore tetrad. As the anther mature and dehydrated, the microspore dissociated from each other and develops into pollen grains. That means when the anthers are matured, they become separated from each other and they produce pollen grains. There are 4 pollen sacs present inside. That means there 4 pollen sacs are present. This is a structure of Microsporangia. The outer layer, this layer is known as epidermis, and second layer that is this part, this portion is known as endothecum, and this is connective, and this layer is middle layer. This layer is middle layer, and this layer is tapetum, and this is connective, and this is sporangious tissue from where spores are produced.